mom told me to put it under my pillow, and in the middle of the night, the tooth fairy will come and replace the tooth with some cash. So I have a few questions and concerns here. Number 1, what does this tooth fairy do with all of these teeth anyway? By my calculations, every 0.08 seconds someone loses a tooth, but they're not all in the same place. Which brings me to number 2. How does this little tooth collecting freak get to place to place? I mean, I get how Santa does it, but he has a route. Number 3. If this tooth fairy is touching teeth each night, what about the germs? I mean, obviously some of these kids lose their teeth because they're not taking good care of them. So, ew, gross. She's touching some nasty teeth, then touching my pillow. For now on, when I lose a tooth, I'm putting some antibacterial hand sanitizer in there.
How do I tell her? Whenever I look at her, I get this queasy feeling in my stomach. I always want to be around her. She looks at me as I'm her best friend, but I hide my feelings from her because I'm scared to tell her that I like her, because she might think different of me, and I'd rather hang out with her than not. I don't know if she likes me back. Sometimes I think she does, but the way she smiles at me, or how playful she gets at times. But I can never be certain. I'm in a weird spot. I mean, we go to the movies all the time and see everything that comes out together. We have the best times, and all I want to do is hold her hand. I don't know. I can't tell, and I feel like I should do something. Should I go for it? Thank you!
Look, Peter, the sky. What a lovely, lovely day. Aren't the clouds beautiful? You know what I do when I can't stand being cooped up for one more minute? I think myself out. I think myself walking in the park where I used to go with Pim, where the violets used to grow down the slopes. And you know the best part about thinking yourself out? You can have it any way you like. You can have roses and violets and daisies all blooming at the same time. It's funny. I used to take it all for granted, but now I've gone crazy with anything that deals with nature, haven't you? Oh, Peter, I wish you had a religion or something. I mean, you don't have to be orthodox or believe in heaven and hell, just believe in something. When I think of all that's out there, the trees, the flowers, and the seagulls, when I think of the goodness of you, Peter, when I think of the people risking their lives for us every single day, when I think of all those good things, I'm not afraid anymore. I find myself and God and we're not the only people who have had to suffer. There's been people like us, sometimes one race, sometimes another, and yet I know it's hard having any faith at all when people are doing such horrible things around you. But I believe that in spite of everything, people are really good at heart. Oh, Peter, if you'd only look at it as part of a great pattern.
I always wonder what it would sound like, telling you everything I left unsaid. Depending on how many drinks I had, my hypotheticals were always different. 2 years and here we are. Here I am, and I still don't know how to finish this. I guess it was just comforting to think that maybe there was no end for us. It doesn't really make sense. I'm grateful to wake up each day to life. But the nights I dream of you, waking up is a curse. I dream about us a lot, about us laying in our bed, our legs intertwined, my head on your chest while I memorize your heartbeat. I can see our shadows, hand in hand, walking on a cool September night. I can feel your calloused hands rubbing on my arms for warmth, just because I forgot my sweater. I can feel your lips on mine. I don't know what either of us can really say, to be honest. But I just want to let you know, I cherish those pieces of us. However fragmented they are, I hope you do too. Thank you.
So last night, OMG, I was watching TMZ with my BFF. FYI, her name is JC. To get the full one on my latest peeps, when I say it's official, all experts have agreed that Justin Bieber is out and Simon Curtis is in. Holy Jonas Brothers. JC and I immediately took our herbal beams and started to BB in with all our worthy peeps. We had to save the public kids in school from making it my bad the next morning at school. I mean, one slip up like this could cost you your entire social career in middle school. There's this one girl, TJ, she didn't get her BBM because her mom got her for not doing her HW, whatever. She showed up with a Justin Bieber t-shirt on at school the next morning. Let's just say she's now the girl that takes out AV equipment in the library. TT Quack.
Well, Grandpa, I'm going to have no choice. I'm going to fight him. I warned him so many times, but he won't show his big stupid face. I keep telling him to stop, but he won't. Now he's acting all tough in front of our friends, trying to make me look like I'm scared of him or something. So I think I should go and fight him because I can't let him keep thinking it's all right to try to say things to me he should keep saying. I've given him enough warnings, and he keeps doing it. And it's getting worse. So I think before he goes too far, it needs to get settled. Thank you.
I did. I signed up. It seems like a million years ago. I saw things that no human being should ever have to see. A guy comes back from something like that if he can't believe in God anymore. It's impossible. That's what anyone will tell you. I was raised to believe in God and saints and in miracles. But then there was this war, and after it, I couldn't believe in anything good. But when I first saw Katie, the only thing I thought of when I saw her face was that there had to be a God, because He made her. That was the only explanation, and I was a praying man again. Did you know they pulled bones out of her body while she was still alive? They lifted them right out. I was going to grow old with this woman. I was going to die with her. Maybe I have. Can you tell me how to live my life now? Can you tell me what I'm going to do for this goddamn time? I gotta go. I have to see my kids. I have to get home before they go to bed. I sing to them. They sing to me a lullaby. Even though we're all too old for this, it's our little routine. It makes us feel better. Third, just so you know, every morning I wake up and wonder if today's the day I kill Rufus Reed. Thank you.
Hello. I would like to take a moment to talk to all of you about the dangers of taking your parents to Disneyland. First off, we're all here with a big group, and who wants to be seen by a classmate when your mom was wearing Mickey ears and asking your little brother how to write a text message? Then, of course, there's your dad's fascination with roller coasters. This could go one of two ways. Either really fun, if he likes all the same rides you do. Or if your dad is like mine, then you should avoid them altogether. My dad made me wait in line for the highest, the fastest, and most exciting ride at Disney. Space Mountain. The line was forever, and we finally get into a car that zips off. I started to question my dad about the 4 corn dogs he wolfed down while waiting in line. As soon as we hit the first dip in the track, my dad hurls. I think it must have hit some people in the cars behind us, because for being at Disney, I actually heard a lot of bad language. Thank God Space Mountain is in the dark, so no one knew who did it. If you go, I suggest sitting in the front.
you.
I'm 12. Yes, I'm only 12. I don't know everything you do, but I need you to listen to me because I think I know something here. I know when you yell at Mom, it's usually because you think you're right and she's wrong. But if Mom's crying because you're yelling about how wrong she is, then I think you're even more wrong. I'm only 12, as you like to remind me. You know more stuff. But I know there must be a better way to make your point than to stick Mom with it until she cries. Maybe you could soften your point, like I did with Jackie. I didn't tell your mom this, but Jackie took my favorite dress without asking. The one I was going to wear my first day back at school, and went to a sleepover and got grape soda all over it. It's ruined. I wanted to yell at her, to tell her right in front of you and Mom how insensitive she is and how she's a bad sister because she didn't think of me at all and how she's totally selfish. But the last time I did that, she didn't talk to me for a week, and no. Instead, I downloaded that funny movie about the school dance she was dying to see, and we watched it, and we laughed. And then, when we were both really happy together, then I told her, quietly, privately, in her room, about how excited I had been to wear the dress my first day back at school and what I loved about it. She said I was just telling her to make her feel bad. I said I was just telling her because I wanted her to know how I felt, because I wasn't sure she knew. She said she kind of knew, but she didn't know how much it mattered to me. So when she finally apologized, I knew it was real. Not because your mom made her, but because she loves me. So I'm saying, maybe instead of yelling at Mom when she gets home, maybe you should take her on a really nice date instead. I'm just saying, do you want Mom to be nice with you, or do you just want to be right? It's up to you, Dad. Thank you.
Why, how impolite of him. I asked him a civil question and he pretended not to hear me. That's not at all nice. I said, "Mr. White Rabbit, where are you going?" He won't answer me, and I do so want to know what he's late for. I wonder if I might follow him. Why not? There's no rule that I mayn't go where I please. I will follow him. Wait for me, Mr. White Rabbit, I'm coming too. How curious. I never realized that rabbit holes were so dark, and so long, and so empty. I believe I've been falling for 5 minutes now and I still can't see the bottom. After such a fall as this, I shall think nothing of tumbling downstairs. How brave they'll all think me at home. Why, I wouldn't say anything about it, even if I fell off the top of the house. Thank you.
I don't know if I'm really ready to marry Walter. I know I accepted his proposal, but Mother, you encouraged it. Maybe I got so used to trying to please you that I just went along until before I knew it, we were engaged. I mean, you and Dad were certainly pleased about it. I mean, I didn't say that I didn't love Walter. I said, I'm not sure now that I'm ready to marry him. Things, they're just not as clear now. Mom, for all of my life, you have planned my every move. You have created a perfect daughter, and for the past 2 years, since Janie disappeared, you have buried your life in what I've been doing. I've become the living antidote for what Janie did to our family reputation. And you, Dad, you've always petted your daughters and bragged to others about how charming we were. I mean, that is when you had time. I mean, we haven't really talked, have we? We don't know each other very well. I mean, yeah, you attended the important ceremonies of our lives and paid our bills, but what does that tell you about us as individuals? For the last 2 years, you've only been involved with 2 things: your job and finding Janie.
This has been a silent household when the three of us have been here. Haven't we always been interested in achievements and recognition, not in feelings and personalities? We're in the same house, but on different wavelengths. I want to be looked on as more than just a blue ribbon winner at the child show, and I think that Janie did too. Yes. You showed me that you loved me, and everything that you gave from love. I know that. Yes, you have given us a great deal. You've given us everything, and I do appreciate that. But what you didn't give us was a chance to give. Maybe we had something to give you. If you would just let us. Thank you.
My name is Isabel Sines.
How old are you?
I am 12 years old.
Was this your first time performing in front of an audience?
No, this was not my first time performing in front of an audience.
What experience do you have?
I've done a couple showcases with LAT, and I think some plays at school and theater, in the theater program.
What monologue did you do?
I did the monologue named Disney Danger.
How long did it take you to memorize it?
The first class that we were supposed to have it memorized, I didn't, so I just memorized it that class. So yeah, like about 2 hours and a half, yeah.
What was your monologue about?
It was about this girl warning people not to go to Disney because your dad will throw up all over everyone.
My name is Grace Kimball.
And how old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
Was this your first time performing in front of an audience?
Yes, this was my first time performing in front of an audience.
And how did it feel?
I was nervous
Why?
because I was scared I was going to forget my monologue.
How long did it take you to memorize your monologue?
I memorized it by the first class by like 3 days.
Did you have fun with it?
Yes.
Who were you?
I was Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
What was your objective?
To follow the rabbit down the hole.
My name is Eliana Jimenez.
Eliana, how many monologue showcases have you done with LAT?
I have done one. This was my second one.
And how do you think this compared to the last one as far as your performance goes?
I think this one was a little better because I was more experienced.
Okay, so what did you do to prepare for this monologue this time around?
I got into character and I tried to memorize the speech as best as I can, and I wrote down all the details about my character.
Okay, so you did a lot more script work this time, character analysis. What else did you learn this semester that you applied to your monologue?
I learned how to use better emotions and how to really get into character.
How to really get into character. Okay, and how did you get into character?
I prepared by thinking about what she was feeling and how she felt that moment.
What was your favorite part about performing tonight?
My favorite part about performing was just being able to do what I love in front of the people I love.
Did you get nervous at all?
A little bit. I got a little bit nervous, but I was also really excited.
How did it feel once you were done?
It felt good to get all the nerves out, and I was just really happy with my performance.
What is your name?
Alexis Shalin.
Alexis, how many showcases have you done with the LAT?
This would be my second one.
How did this one compare for you to the first one that you did with us?
I feel like I was a lot more emotionally connected to this one. Even with the case, I was more relatable to the first performance that I did, and this one not so much.
Okay, so what did you do to prepare for your performance today?
Well, I was extremely nervous right before coming in, but I have a trick to where I use the adrenaline that I'm feeling and I use it toward my emotion from my character. I practiced it for like 2 days, just trying to memorize the lines, and then I did it because I couldn't really relate to it. I did it more as if it was me that it was happening to, basically if I was in that situation.